Alright, welcome to Electronics Abuse. For today's electronics abuse, I'm going to be sticking a battery in this Kohler 35 RZG generator, and I'm going to try to make it start. I've also got a propane tank and a regulator I'm going to hook up instead of the existing natural gas supply line, and hopefully that'll work. Allegedly, it's the same regulator. I just turn it up or down depending on what kind of gas is going through it. So since propane has a higher energy density, I should, in theory, be able to start it. It'll just run rich, and then just lean it out a little bit. And I'll bring the wideband oxygen sensor down here and tune her up the rest of the way. So I've already checked. The fluids are full. Well, let me check the oil. I don't trust this thing as far as I can throw it. Yep, we're good. So a friend of mine gave me this 35 RZG Chevy powered 35 kilowatt Kohler generator. I dragged it all the way out of Cleveland to North Lima-ish places in Ohio, and here it sits, whereas I am working on it. Allegedly it has a problem with what they call the alternator, the actual generator head. I think it's got a bad stator, but I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. It's wired for single phase, because that's what the building was. And it's had very light use over its life. So I'm going to try to get it running and use it for an actual halfway decent generator. First things first, jam the battery in. What we have here is a stylish 2021 vintage Walmart battery, special. Bought it for 50 bucks. I bought it back when before they fixed their bug in their system where if you buy it online and you pick it up in the store, they don't charge you the core. But they fixed that, now they charge you the core. Pretty good going for a while though. Alright, so here's the adapter. I've just got a regular grill type propane hose because I'm not going to be using that much juice, so it should run enough. That's a 3/8 inch angular flare fitting or something, I forget. Got the Teflon tape on there already, nice and taped. Yeah, jam that into the fitting before I lose it. This thing has got a double shutoff solenoid on it. There's two in line. What that is. Now how do I get this battery down here? I wonder. Uh-oh. Huh. Where'd my fitting go? This takes apparently the stud type of battery, but somebody adapted it to a top post. I don't have the top post stud adapter doohickey here. I had one of them. One of them's attached on there, but the other one isn't. That is a great source of annoyance. Poop. Where did I see one of those? It's got in the barrel full of mosquitoes, I'm pretty sure. Huh. Like, it isn't here. It was here. I mean, I remember it. You know what? I probably set it in that tray when I took the battery out. Because I took the battery out when I transported this thing. I didn't want it bouncing out onto the road because it wasn't attached. And of course, the adapter probably bounced out onto the road. Hooray! Where did I just see one of those? Crap. Let me go look. Check the truck. I think it might be one out. Oh yeah, that's where I put it. This is what I took the generator. I just saw the damn thing. kick ass. The magical shit pile has deemed me worthy once more. I have a top post to stud hickey-majig connector. That's good. That's on the positive side. Fresh. But I don't have any sense of smell. I wish there was somebody else out here to torment with that. Unfortunately, it's called Helpcraft. I, well, farted on him. Oops. What the hell? Oh, this thing's all small. Well, unscrew ball it. Like this is not the original connector that was on this thing, but it is the one that I have somewhere, and being that, oh, it's a battery tender. Ah, neat. Alright, there we go. So this, actually, I guess it doesn't really matter. You know, I'm going to unhitch the battery tender because where can I sit this? Right like that. There we go. It doesn't suck too bad. Okay, big ass wrench. Here. I'm going to unhitch the battery tender from this thing and it'll get it out of my way. Ah, ouch, damn it. Ah! It's not bleeding, wow. So either it's too cold and it's going to start bleeding in like 5 minutes when I'm not ready for it, or it's 60 degrees out here, so I doubt that it's too cold. Probably not. I think it'll be alright. Okay, we got the top post to stud connection adapter on the negative side. Let's do the same on the positive side. I took the battery tender charger thingy off of it because we're not going to be using it, because I'm just going to test fire it, see if it runs on propane and propane accessories. I tell you what. Alright, this, positive side, it's only got just the one wire that I need. That's good. What is this thing in my way? Probably a block heater controller. Neato. Alright. Let's hook the battery up to the post adapter first. Great. Well, this is a brand new post adapter and it's a cheap one, which sucks. Yeah. Alright, time to go get some rags. Fortunately, those are closed, I reckon. Oh. This program brought to you by Blue Shop Rags. Blue Shop Rags, they're what to wipe shit up with. Nope. Don't have a sponsor yet. Alright, so this thing has got some kind of nasty, disgusting grease all over it, and I don't like that. So I am wiping it off. Although it does appear that the nasty, disgusting grease all over it maybe let it survive longer. That does have a nice big bolt, nice brass looking wing nut on it. Yeah. So here's our subject in question. This is the top post to doohickey adapter. Oh, I can just do that right here, couldn't I? Alright, cool. Camera around just a minute. Can you see that? No, you can't. Can you see me now? No, not wrong. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So let's see, I'm going to take this out. Oh, I just drag it all the way out here because it's long. That's what the ladies say. Oh, damn it. That's what the ladies say also. Wait a minute. That's good. I immediately get to where I need to be and lose it in. That's real damn cool there. Alright, well I found the bolt. I need the stupid wing nut. Alright. Look under S for stupid. There, groundhog. Eh. Oh shit, Steve, don't burn that! No, don't burn my good cardboard! And that's what the shirt's about. Alright, so, got a nice little dirt ground here, and we're pouring rain through the big holes in the roof, and the garage. And I just lost my brass wing nut in the dirt. Hooray. The fun part about that is the damn thing ain't magnetic. If I lost the bolt in the dirt, I could just go get another bolt or a magnet or something and pick it up. This ain't gonna cut it, Jack. Where the hell is that? I mean, it couldn't have gone far. It's a wing nut. It's friggin' landed in dirt. Like, how does this stuff teleport? You know? Frickin' teleported the damn thing to. Or what's his name say? It fucked off to the land of 10mm sockets. Alright, let's get this piece of run particle board here. Forgot to left out in the rain. Ouch. Alright, what do we got going on here? How the hell do you hide like a big brass wing nut right on top of the damn ground? Like, where is it? No? That's dumb. M-U-D, dumb. Unless it's still on the heck of a jig. Hold on. Maybe it didn't fall. Oh no, it fell. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Ah, cool. Up yours, brass wing nut. I found you anyway. Alright. Okay, let's put back my now even worse ruined piece of particle board. Sitting out in the rain, contact with the ground. Right. Alright, back to work. Just, you know, the thing I was doing before wasn't work or something. We're still recording? Probably not, no. Probably missed that whole thing, which doesn't really matter. It's actually good. Yeah. Here's a headlamp. No. I'm using a headlamp. I already got a migraine. There it is. Ah, I got you, bastard. Alright, so let's put this over. Mash it upside down there. Jam the bolt up through there. The bolt holder doohickey-majig. Shove this on there, like that. Shove that on there, thusly. Curl it. I can just hook up from outside. Yeah, I'll probably set it in the holdy thing. Unless, nope, it ain't long enough. Poop. Alright, well, good enough. Oh, what's this? positive help her keep her off her doohickey. And we'll set this up here, sort of in harm's way, but not in harm's way real bad like. There, is this gonna, yeah, that'll be enough contact to start a vehicle. Whoops. Nope, can't do it. I think I left it loose. Alright, so which side does this go in from? Neither side. There's not enough room to put the battery. You have to go in from the bottom. Like those newer cars. You can't get there from here. You gotta take the whole rear end off. Okay, negative's on the left. That's good. You gotta take the whole dang rear end off the car, front and all, to get to the front headlights. Yeah. Where are you? Alright, jam this on here. Thusly. Yeah. Alright. So if I stick the positive on there, it oughta, maybe, not explode. Okay. We got generator alarm. Alright, cool. Switch not in auto, silence. So this generator used to belong to a place I used to work for. And while I worked there, about 2 weeks before my mother died, or 3 weeks, this thing shot the shaft of the water pump out, ruined the shroud, the belts, the hoses, the alternator, the radiator, and anything else that got in its way on the front of the engine. And so it was rather expensively fixed. We got it fixed. That was 2014. You see here, it's still marked on there. 4/4/14. That was a few weeks before my mother died. Bad time. But anyway, so my friend that still works for the radio station said to me, if you bring a trailer up here or some sort of vehicle that's capable of hauling this generator, you can have it when the craneman picks it up. Because they got a new one, because it was going to, the generator head, what Kohler calls the alternator, had a problem with something with the wiring inside of it. I think it's a bad stator. So what I'm going to do, it's going to cost them several $1,000s to fix, but I'm not a generator company, and I don't charge the labor rates of a generator company. I'm just going to get the parts, fix it myself. And it is convertible to three-phased also. Not just single phase. They had it wired for single phase, which means it's only worth about 2/3 as much power. Alright, so here's my propane hickey. This is a small, like a grill regulator, but it should be good enough just to make this motor start and idle. Because all it's got to do is sit there with no load on it and run at 1800 RPM, which is the speed of the generator, long enough for me to tell that it runs off propane. Then I'll come back up here later with the wideband oxygen sensor and I'll tune it, because as I said once before, they use the same regulator for the propane and natural gas versions of this generator. They just change, I guess, the tuning of it, the valve setting. So I'm going to be sneaky about it. How tight does this need to be? Probably a lot less tight than I'm going to make it. Alright, that's probably enough. I'm going to be sneaky about it, and I can't remember what I was just talking about. Oh, I'm going to go get the propane tank, I'll tell you what. I'll be back. Alright, so I've got about a half a tank of propane in this thing. Some grill cylinder, 20-pounder grill cylinder. I'll set her down over here next to the camera. case anybody doesn't trust me, yes, there is a propane cylinder there. Who cares? Alright, so we'll jam this on there. This grill type thing. It should, I don't think it's going to run at full load like that, but at least it should start. This generator runs at 1800 RPM. So thusly, and therefore, I should figure that 1800 RPM Chevy 4.3 with no load on it should at least run off a grill cylinder. Okay, open up. Alright, so when I flip this switch, it opens up these two solenoids down here. And it supplies gas to this assembly up here, which then makes the engine run, allegedly. I checked everything else. The ignition module's okay. Speaking of which, the interesting part about the ignition modules they use on these, it's a 2006 variant of the generator, and the ignition modules they use on these Chevys, they set it for fixed timing, and they just don't plug in they don't plug in the second connector, the computer control connector. It's an 8-pin Chevy ignition module. Alright, well, fire in the hole, I guess. Didn't start. It might need probably needs to prime a little bit, I'm guessing. Try it again. Ha! Yes! Awesome! Yeah, don't like something. Get the cylinder open. It's connected. That's connected. I wonder if they unplugged something. These generator guys don't like it when you go to somebody else. Sometimes they disconnect things. Although it tried to run. Alright, well, let's try it again. Maybe it just needs the lines purged. I don't really particularly care to do that on this. Now it should run on propane, because propane has a higher energy density than natural gas. So if I do this without turning it down, oh, I know why, because I don't have the block heater plugged in. So it's probably trying to cold start and it can't do that. Yeah. Good engine. Nope. Yeah. Alright, so it starts and it runs for like a second and then it craps out. It seems like it might be a pressure problem or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to get a pressure gauge for this thing. Plus my tank's just out of juice. That'd be kind of dumb. Hold on. Yeah, it feels like there's propane in there. No accessories. I'll bet you it probably just doesn't like trying to cold start. Let me try it again. Yep. It really wants to, but it's not doing it. Huh. Unless it has to be richer for propane, but I wouldn't think so, because natural gas has got a lower BTU content per mass than propane. You know, natural gas is lighter than propane. So it should be running rich. Well, I don't know. Let's give it a couple more fires. Maybe it'll get a little bit warmed up and cook. See, that's funny. The second time it tries to start, it won't, doesn't go, which leads me to believe it might be a, well, obviously it's emitting fuel in, or else it wouldn't be running at all. I'm thinking it might be a pressure problem with the tank somewhere, or because if you let it sit for a second or two, it fires up. Maybe this regulator just sucks. Doesn't seem to be any adjustment on it. Oh! Let's try it one more time. Yeah, ain't gonna do it. Alright, well, what is this muff? Give her some ether maybe. Alright, let's give her a little bit of ether and see what happens. Jam her up through the thingamajig here. Alright, flip the switch. Start. Oh. Nope. Gosh, I don't like that. I don't want to over crank it or anything. Ruin the starter. Of course, that is just a Chevy starter, I think. Or is it? Hold on. Yeah, it looks like one. It bolts to the engine. Yeah, it's a Chevy starter. That's the nice thing about this one is it's just a Chevy 4.3 motor, so it just takes, a lot of the parts are small block Chevy parts. 350 parts, so the worst that could happen is you just have 350 stuff. See, it's a GM 4.3 Voltaic. Big fancy. Yeah. Combustion in the orifice. You gonna start or what? Yeah. Wait a second before you. Whoa. I wonder what that noise was. That's probably something expensive hitting the ground. Shut up. Alright. So like it acted like it wanted to start halfway. I don't know. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right originally where it was, so it should start for a second and then quit. If it doesn't, I don't know what the hell's wrong. Oh, hold on. Okay, on. Wait a second. Start. There it goes. I wonder if we just don't have enough flow on this thing to make her chooch. Alright, well let's actually Alright, let's shut this off. Let's see if there's any propane coming out of the thing to begin with. I mean, I know that the tank is okay because I used it the other day to run my flamethrower, but I don't know that this new regulator is okay because I just bought it off Amazon the other day. It's made in the C word. You know how well those things work? Huh. I didn't hear any little puff coming out of there. Alright, let's see. I'm going to turn this on while it's open. Well. That's a fine how do you do. There's hardly any gas coming out of this. No wonder it doesn't work right. I can just barely hear it. Here you go. Check it out. If you can hear that or not. That's open all the way too. Alright, so that's why it won't run. So this will run on propane. All I got to do is adjust that doohickey on the top, and I got to get a regulator that'll put out a little more volume. Yeah, I should have thought that a grill regulator would suck, but it should be putting more gas out than that though. Unless, of course, my tank's empty. So technically this is not a flamethrower. It's from Harbor Freight. It's just allegedly a torch. And hitch it up to the propane cylinder. See if we can't get her to make some fire. I wish I had a better light out here. I guess you can sort of see me. Alright, so you stick this in here, and you kind of, I don't know, thread it in backwards, I guess. Backwards or forward? No, backwards, yep. Alright, cool. Put it in backwards. Yeah. Finger tight for now. Alright, that sounds like more flow. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, so what you do with this here thing is open up the valve just a hair. Yeah. Hit the clicker. I said hit the clicker. There we go. And there's your flame. Technically it's not a flamethrower, it's a torch, but whatever. It's an awesome torch. I gave the other one to Steve. Okay, so that works. I can shut that off. Huh. Alright. So there's something up with the regulator then. So I gotta get another regulator. Now the regulator on the engine I guess is okay, just the one that's on the grill regulator that I bought I think is too small. Oops. That's a lot of propane coming out of that. And it wouldn't be doing that if the tank was empty. Okay. Any suggestions on a higher volume regulator for a regular propane tank? Well, let me know. See you later.